it looks like everything is all good. So, anywho, let me get to what are tendies, because tendies is the new word that everybody been talking about because of you know who from you know what doing to them. Anywho, Vox, Market Watch, and Bloomberg Business Week. Just three random articles talking about tendies along with things relating to Reddit finance. But anywho, 6 months ago, someone actually explained what tendies are as an acronym for tend. So as this is quoted, as this is supposed to stand for, tendies, tend, next generation autonomous and hyper deflationary coin. Doesn't really say anything related to it. Where's the T in here? Well, anywho, let's go on with where's everything. Basic stats. Yeah, it's just stats relating to original supply, current price, market cap, alrighty. But let's go to tokenomics. Uniswap. Okay. Let me quickly read through here. Yeah, it talks about it, stuff like that. Okay, I'm briefly gonna just go talk about tokenomics. Uniswap pool will be drained 4% every day. Users can call the grill function Tendies portal, and they will get 1% of total drained tokens as a reward. Drained tokens are then sent to two distinct addresses. The first one is the famous Euthrum's burn address. 51% of drained tokens are burned forever. 48% of remaining tend go to our Tendies reward bucket. Our Tendies reward bucket can be emptied and distributed by any user by calling the claim Tendies bucket every 3 days, and 50 top tend holders will share the rewards equally, with 4% tokens getting drained. Tend price should keep increasing as ETH supply remains and tend supply decreases. Well, that's a brief on tokenomics along with basic stats related to that. But what is Tendies? Filling out of the loop, a meme coin. Tendies is a famous meme started at 4chan Great Tech Stories. The subject refers to an insolent man child rages at his mother for not cooking him chicken tenders, aka Tendies. The meme spread to refer to anyone who was a NEET, no education, employment, or training. Tendy posting still happens quite a bit, even on Reddit. The NEET anthem. Remember, NEET stands for no education, employment, or training. An acronym that just has this meaning, but it really doesn't stand much. It does try to, so I give that credit. And to, give any credit to acronyms is that there's really no standard of what is what a word can be an acronym or not. So no usually would be in the middle of like of or a or and. But besides that, that's pretty much it. It can be randomized depending on what people assign the meaning to it. But it does show anything capitalized would stand in an acronym. If a whole word is capitalized, which could be an acronym depending on the context, because if not, in comments, like either in Reddit, it could just be a person who's trying to scream but just using all caps. So anywho, my thoughts. Tendies is a meme coin with some of the modern features of DEFI, deflationary tokens. Oh, kind of silly. The Tendies team has shown several critical connections and good planning with their crypto. The market cap remains very low, and the coin picked up exchanges that are making products within it within days of listing on Uniswap. Although the volume and price have decreased recently, neither have fallen off the earth, and I expected both of them to grow modestly in the future. Slash slash. So there's thoughts, and that's lol. This is crazy. Edit. I'm all in. Memes have great value. Man, I think I'm reading this wrong. I read it as having value. Let me see. Real value. That much is true. Yeah, because it did help getting a man elected to the presidency. All these shit coins have no business model, no product, and often no team. Please rename this shit group to Pump and Dump Punks. Do you have any suggestions for finding better quality calls? Private, exclusive Telegram groups? Other websites? Well, this goes on and on and stuff. But yeah, Tendies. Next generation autonomous and hybrid deflational coin. Where's the G in turned? Because this is NGAHDC. They didn't bother to capitalize A in and. So it's trying to have legitimacy, but I don't know. Where's this supposed to be? Okay. Anywho, that's pretty much it. I still live it here, but anywho, this was 7 months ago, so older than that. So you can see that someone else actually tried to explain it, not just this page. But anywho, Tendies in finance. Introduced in 2020 as a descriptive of profits generated from poor financial decisions, usually as a consequence of government interference in the economy. Tendies can be printed or generated as a consequence of the government printing money, and insurance that stocks only go up. A select few users on forums such as our Wall Street Brets are able to print Tendies, generate profit, though this is extremely rare. So yeah, our Wall Street street bets. I said Wall Street something. I don't know. For some reason, reading blue text actually is a little bit daunting for me. I do wonder if is the case with other colors like green text. But anywho, that pretty much explains what this is. I'm gonna go to the link of Wall Street Bets and see what I making sure there is some out of pair of wine for everything though. I'll be ready. At least well, I'll never be ready. I'm never ready on what Wall Street puts on. Don't fucking sell. Okay. Yeah, what are the moves today? February 09. Yeah. Video. You got a video. Investing was there. Yep. The GMU in a nutshell. Oh, SpongeBob. Yeah, it's Caveman SpongeBob. Well, up here, already saw that. More here. I like this because it's related to one thing I've been working on. Apes together strong. Michelons or food stamps. Ooh. Ooga booga. That's a nice ride. Ooga booga. Tight. Alrighty. Anywho, that's pretty much it. But I figured I might as well just talk about the articles relating to it, just to see if there's some info that is a bit informative. Anywho, let's go here. Yeah, we get that. Then there's Wall Street Bets in America. Wall Street Bets has its own language. It says a lot about American masculinity. Yeah, because tendies are pretty masculine. It's hard. Oh, The Goods by Vox. It's hard to overstate how big the Wall Street Bets group have gotten. With 8 million members as of this writing, and the group is still growing. It's as if 1 in every 40 Americans is standing in a giant room talking. At first glance, they're speaking a foreign language. Oh my god. It's as if, it's just an assumption. Tendies, rocket ships, diamond hands. This is the language of Wall Street's bets, WSB, the white hot subreddit powering the GameStop GME frenzy on the stock market. Strings of rocket emojis signify how the group wants to send GM's price to the moon. Quote unquote. Users encourage each other to have diamond hands represent in emojis, of course, a riff on the strength of diamonds and a user strength to last through big market swings. Let me scroll down. Okay, gotcha. They insult the paper hands who crumble and sell their shares at the first taste of money or scary drops. Commentators call themselves degenerates or apes. Ooh. Reddit post hype up on. Oh, no, is that up on? Sorry about that. Reddit posts hype up how many tendies a person will get from their investments. A phrase that comes from old fortune green text stories. Beautiful green text. They even have a link for it. A man living in their mom's basement. In the joke, a man child relies on his mom for everything, throws tantrums, and is awarded for good behavior with good boy points GBP. And it's very so close to GDP. So GBP. Sounds so weird though. I'm saying it. Which he redeems for his favorite food, chicken tenders, aka tendies. The group's potential influence is enormous. So far, followers have created 2 original songs and brought emoji-covered billboards across the country taunting their stock picks. Entrepreneurial heavyweights like Shamath Palihapta, Elon Musk, and Mark Cuban have stood up for WSB. Cuban even did a pep talk, Ask Me Anything, in the subreddit on Tuesday morning. The news coverage is both constant and global. Oh, and there was that little stock rally. But what does it all mean? What does it all mean? I speak with a dozen people, from Wall Street Bets members to professors to human behavior analysts, to try to understand what makes up the unique culture of WSB and what the group might mean for society at large. My bad. No group is a monolith, especially one on this size. My mistake. There is a wide spectrum of opinions, beliefs, and experiences. The users I spoke to were quick to point out that the group's dynamics have changed at light speed over the past 2 weeks. For anyone wondering whether WSB is part of the alt-right or harbor for neo-Nazis, it doesn't appear that way. Although the subreddit's controversial ex-founder, who was banned from the group, violating community rules himself, has accused moderators of racism off-site. After a week and dozens of hours spent on the forum, I haven't seen any evidence of hate speech or alt-right imagery. I actually really like this voice that I actually just put on because I just felt so appropriate when I started reading it. It's interesting how in the English language I actually started reading it. And without much grammar, I could understand the tone. Which, yeah, wasn't had an issue with that when it comes to writing. So at least now I understand a little bit more how to put a tone in the own words. Anywho, as accused moderators of racism, the I'm gonna go to the listening link for a second. Okay, know your meme. Okay, got that. So it's a hyperlink. I just goes to the Wall Street Journals of the Wall Street bets founder reckons with legacy amid stock market frenzy. Yeah, this is like another article, but what I don't like is they do a hyperlink under relating to this, which I sort of believe the hyperlink should be specifically for the titles. If not, they should have a comma giving info of what it is. Like, is it like just a link to an article, or is it a quote or something like that? You know, reference. But yeah, oh well. Looks like that article probably has something related to as accused moderators of racism related to it. But anywho, this even shows that it just links to things. Know your meme can be changed, especially with what is it? Knowing the meme YouTube channel, that old channel that was notorious. But anywho, it actually explains what green text is. Pretty much this. Anything? Okay, it doesn't highlight anything. But I don't think. Oh, look, Ben Spur's sister. Oh, and we do have healer. Okay. Yeah. Gotta focus on things that interest me to something that is a little more less interesting to people still, but still interesting to me. Interested to me. My bad. Me no ni English. Well. Political posts barely make it past the moderators, let alone political extremism, even with the recent massive influx of users. Wall Street Bet's language is crass and offensive. The humor is self-deprecating, and the culture is a little strange, but it's not an organizing ground for hate. Instead, what I found is a complex, multifaceted group. This is the mutual aid, gambling, inequality, community, creativity, masculinity, humor, humanity. It's a microcosm of America. America. I am saying it with a freaking accent. Beyond the rocket ships, they are real stories. Like many GameStop realtor investors, my week has been full of late nights, deep dives into Reddit, and obsessive stock chart checking. I don't yet have diamond hands. I only just signed up for Robinhood, throwing $100 into GameStop stock. I can't unsee me reading stocks as stocks. So thank you, Internet. Oh shoot. Yeah. I gotta not squat too much. If not, boop. Camera starts freaking out. Okay. I only just signed up. Yeah, I already read that. Yada yada yada. At stock at 2 a.m. last Tuesday to see what happens. I felt the frustration of every cancel buy order, the anxiety of steep drops in the stock charts, and an odd affinity for a bunch of strangers on the internet. Wait. I felt the frustration of every cancel buy order, the anxiety. Oh, yeah. Throwing $100 in GameStop stock at 2 a.m. last Tuesday. Yeah, because the stock market's closed. That's what I believe. Unless you're throwing your money in a different stock exchange. And if 2 a.m. is, I don't know, Eastern Standard Time, Central Time, I don't know, Pacific Time, what? Okay. I'm not. Oh, yeah, people who don't know English. I am is standing for I am. So I am not. I'm not a freaking Reddit user, and I thought the anonymity I was confused with anonymity and anonymity while spelling, but yeah, this is anonymity of the platform might bring out the worst in people. Wall Street's bets often uses problematic language, but buried beneath piles of rocket emojis and cuckolding jokes and homophobic and ableist insults, there is some vulnerability in hearts. Jimmy Lee, a 20-year-old college student in Southern California and member of Wall Street Bets, told me his GME holdings could help his family buy another car. His father is a janitor and his mother is out of work due to the pandemic. Depending on what happens with GME stock, his earnings may be the largest lump sum his parents, who moved from Vietnam after the war, have seen in their lives. Toot! A WSB Wall Street Bets member who requested that I refer to him by his nickname reports turning his initial investment of $35,000 into almost $278,000 as of Sunday. Also, to help his family, he tells me they immigrated from India roughly 15 years ago, and Toot worked full time through high school to help provide for them. Now he wants. Now he wants to use his GMA gains to help pay off his parents' mortgage. If his family were still in India, Toot's dad would have retired by now. Instead, Toot says he's worked 6 days a week managing a 7-Eleven. So there's a lot in this article that I'm probably not gonna get over. Alright, finish. Anywho, I might as well read this quickly and just move on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got that. Okay, let me just finish this paragraph and probably go pull on to the next page. This is not a glorifying struggle or paint over pain with a rosy rages to riches brush, but there is more to Wall Street Bets than the story that's been told so far, and it's the story that some commentators are telling about themselves. Dishwashers, gas station attendants, and minimum wage workers have all posted publicly about how the gains from GME stock could change their lives. Commentators have shared tender stories of siblings or children with cancer, losing partners to overdose, or fighting addiction. Some subscribers have parents who've lost everything in the 2008 stock market exchange. Stock market crash. The stock market exchange that crashed the economy in 2008. That's just what popped my head while I was just reading and trying to process what I'm reading. Many Redditors say they see this as a chance at revenge against the people on Wall Street who ruined lives but suffered no consequences. Sure, it's Reddit. It could all be a troll. But is it really so hard to believe? There's also a core group of Wall Street members that is more experienced than the news media gives them credit for. And there is even reason to think that these investors may be comparatively well off. Yeah, that is true. With the money put in. I do wonder what this leads to. Oh, the Atlantic. GameStop story you think you know is wrong. Yeah, to February 3rd, 2021. So this is like a while back. A little bit from right now, but a few days after the initial news of what's happening. But yeah, let me finish this. They have sophisticated investing ideas alongside lots of memes and want to make money. There's also well aware that the stock market and the group is a casino. Bets is in the name. After all, William Cowdwort, a portfolio manager at the financial services firm Multiply, has been a member of WSB for about a year. I think the original WSB members probably fell into two main camps. Yeah, this is a lot. I'll go back to it. Wall Street Bets shows us about masculinity. Okay, clear demographic of some WSB members don't exist, but roughly 7% of Reddit users are men, and approximately 65% of Redditors are between the ages of 18 and 29. These aren't exactly the people I expect to open up and be vulnerable online, but inverse inception? That's a word. But inverseception, a frequent Reddit user and long-term member of a WSB who asked that I not use his real name, thinks Reddit in particular offers a safe space for people to share things that they can't or don't want to share on other social media sites. Huh. I thought inverse inception was a word. You got me there. Or you didn't get me there. User ID name or Vox, the articleist? Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna read this because I could do a funny voice. Or a different type of voice. No one wants to see a post about antidepressants on Facebook, he said. But the anonymity of Reddit and the way the pandemic has opened up conversations about mental health allows people to share their stories. Indeed, dozens of commenters on the WSB subreddit share how the group's humor and community are helping users climb out of depression. From a user speaking to this person who made this journalist who made the article, or person who made the articles. I don't know if it's a journalist or not. At the same time, sometimes within the same post, users often refer to themselves as autists, degenerates, or smooth-brained. They also use homophobic terms to refer to bearish investors, those who expect stock prices to fall, particularly Gabe Plotkin of Malvern Capital, the hedge fund at the center of GameStop's short squeeze. This sign of vulnerability that gives WSB heart may also help explain the problematic language used in the group. Gotcha. Oh boy, sociologists, but let's scour through here because I have not even gotten to these articles. Darn it. Okay, the pandemic is driving Wall Street pets and their donations. Gotcha. Okay, where does Wall Street Bets go from here? It's impossible to predict what will happen with GameStop or Wall Street Bets Group moving forward. Opinions are divided. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So let me just read the last. This is one time that has the chance to get back at them. Don't tarnish this movement, please. Please don't tarnish this movement. Should I read more articles later on? Yeah, I should, because what is it? Let me read the titles. Tendies, Diamond Hands, your guide to the lingo on Wall Street Bets, the Reddit forum feeling GameStop's wild rise. YOLO. Get out of here, all of this. Yeah, the boomer, diamond hands, and paper hands, YOLO. If really people actually use YOLO. Oh my god, there's comments. Yeah, I'll read this later because I want to see what the comments are. Bloomberg Business Week. I like this image though. Stonks and are bonkers and other lessons from the Reddit rebellion. Attendees feel fever, upended finance, uplented briefly, and left normies hugging index funds. The serious money is still going long. Yeah, there's rebellion. That talks about it. Oh god, I gotta be a subscriber. Well, no. Oh yeah, I also have this. Well, I'm actually enjoying reading more about this. I figured last time I just read this. After all, I'm almost done with just reading upon most of this. And I figured I could read this part where a professor of sociology talks about masculinity and how's it related to. But, I think the last thing I say is there's a reason why people say that women don't exist in Reddit. Because 70% of the user base are males. Or, going to be males. Who knows? They're probably just femboys. Disguised as boys. But, who knows? But, anywho, that's pretty much it. Almost very close to time. I could actually log off on time for once. Besides that, I'll leave back where I left off and see you next time, Wednesday. So long.